Things just happen. They will continue to happen, and whether we like it or not, that's just how it is. And we can't control that. We can't change it, we can't control it, grasp it, try and push it into a certain direction. Well, within reason, I suppose. But the things that you can control is yourself and how you react to the things that do happen. Because you can't control external factors as much as you'd like to. However, you have 100% control over yourself. It is entirely up to us how we react to the things going on around us. So next time something happens, be it good or bad, remember that your reaction is in your hands. Especially if we look at it this way, not everything that happens to you is your fault, but everything that happens to you is your responsibility. When you look at that, really, it kind of creates some questions, but also provides a lot of clarity, because as mentioned, certain things you can't do anything about. Certain things aren't your fault whatsoever. But if it's happened to you, it's happened to you. So now you have to deal with it. How you deal with it? Well, I suppose that's your choice. Depending on the situation, there are better ways to go around things than others. However, it is yours now, whether you like it or not. We might not want to deal with certain people, certain situations, certain behaviours, but we have to. There's just no way around it. We have to take on that responsibility. And don't get me wrong, I understand some people's responsibility is through the roof, and with the amount of things and people that they have to look after, it's pretty tough. However, they still have to. Whether it's their choice or not, they have to. And just like the rest of us, we have to. We can't run away from them. Because let's say you have injured yourself and now you can't walk properly, meaning you can't go to the gym properly, you can't ride your bike, you can't go and play football. And it's frustrating and it is annoying because you just want to get back to how you was before. But it's there, so you have to deal with it. Yeah, there's no running away from it. However, let's say you have to face somebody, you have to admit to something, you have to go into a very important meeting, you have to lead a call. Those things are things you might be able to run away from and get away from, but you shouldn't. Because every time we do that, we let ourselves down. We let ourselves down in a sense where if we take on challenges and we take on difficult things, we grow as people, as individuals. Our mental fortitude, our dedication to our life, and honestly, it shows about how much we care about ourselves. Because whenever we try to escape, it shows that we don't care. And it might not necessarily be the thing that we're trying to escape. It might actually mean we don't care enough about ourselves, because we would rather run away from the difficult thing to feel fine and safe and okay knowing that we dodged it. Where in reality, facing that thing head on would have been the real cure to your thoughts, to what it is that you're going through, or maybe would have been the answer that you're looking for all this time. So stop running away from things. Just because you don't like it, it doesn't mean you shouldn't take it on. Take ownership for the things that you've done and the things that you've decided. Let's say you made a mess up at work. You did something wrong and something went wrong, you lost money, whatever. I imagine you didn't do it wrong on purpose. So obviously when it does come about, put your hand up. Yes, it was me. I'm sorry. I messed up. I have a feeling it was this, or maybe I know it was this, and next time I won't do it again. Don't just try and hide from it. Don't just try and run away from it. Take on the responsibility of failure. Take on the responsibility of learning something new, of teaching people, of trying something, of working on that project. Doesn't matter. Just take on that responsibility. And all of that as a byproduct will just build your mental fortitude and your ability to take on difficult tasks multitask, perform under pressure. Because the more you are used to in working in difficult situations, the easier it will actually be. Because imagine if you just try to take the easy way every single time, and then something pops up, that even the smallest inconvenience, it will more than likely throw you off. And you don't want that. You might be thrown off by something big and huge, something that is a life-changing decision. That's fine. Nobody's ever ready for things like that. But if you take on the difficult things on a regular basis, which has become the norm, so they'll no longer actually be difficult. They'll just be what you do. That's just who you are as a person. You just become the person that can deal with the difficult shit. And I think it's important to be that person, because nobody wants to be that person. Being that person that does the hard stuff, that takes on that responsibility, that doesn't shy away from their own mistakes, people automatically respect you, and they will respect you a hell of a lot more than a person who just tries to shy away from everything, and the one that tries to run away from responsibility, the one that tries to just avoid taking on anything extra, the people who do not want to grow. You will be respected and you will be trusted. And trust is a big thing, because when something pops up and somebody immediately thinks, this person, that person, that's a big thing. That's a really important thing in life as well, being that person. As soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. Being trusted by other people is nice, of course. However, when you fully trust yourself, just like the quote says, you will know how to live, because you'll make better choices. And even if you make a terrible choice, you're not going to care, because you are confident in your own decision to know, to trust yourself and just go with whatever happens. And if the thing that happens ends up being terrible, you don't care, because now you've learned a lesson. You know, you're not a failure. You're not a bad person for making a choice and it being a complete mess up, because that happens, and that's honestly just okay, because we learn from mistakes. And if you choose and you choose wrong, then you just know not to make that choice next time. I think it's very important to not allow yourself to reach a mental plateau. I think that expanding yourself psychologically will always be the most elite way to expand yourself as a human being, as a person, as a colleague, as a partner, as a friend. The wiser, the more intelligent you are, the more emotionally mature that you are, you just become an irreplaceable asset to yourself and everybody around you. People will want you. People will want to interact with you, talk to you, ask you for advice, ask you to help them. And as usual, all of that will come from taking on responsibility. The responsibility to expand oneself, to better oneself. Don't stop expanding. Take on more responsibility and deal with it. And I know that might not seem ideal, and it certainly isn't easy, but nothing easy is ever worthwhile taking action towards, because easy things come and go all the time, but the difficult things, the things that actually matter and have an impact on your life and on your family and on your situations, are bloody hard. They are difficult, but we need to take them on. We need to face them, and we need to take on that challenge, because we can't allow ourselves to reach a plateau as a human being. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. And as always, I would really appreciate it if you liked the video and if you subscribe to the Impious Vision channel. If you disagree with anything that I said today, I will be more than happy to have a discussion with you in the comment section below. And I think you might be interested in last week's video, which was based on how to stop caring, aka caring about the right things, which should pop up around here. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.